Now, another form of analysis that we can take advantage of having this cost information is the ability to filter and scope our timelines by how much they cost. So let's take a look at that. When we'll go into our timelines view, and what I'll do is I'll click on this average cost metric. This is going to show me a histogram relative to all of my patient encounters and how it skews by their cost. So I can see the minimum is nothing, right? The average is $131 per patient, and the maximum could be $511. So what I can do is skew this threshold and start to take a look at, let's say we're interested in analyzing patients which have cost us over $198. Now it's only 7% of our entire population, but that's still almost 1,650 patients which have cost between $198 and $511. Now let's apply this as a filter. Now we're looking at just those 1,648 patient encounters which have cost us over $198, and now we can start to drill in and take a look at things like root cause. Where and when and why is this actually occurring? Where are these? Are there any trends in the data that allow us to point towards where they're most commonly occurring, these high expense patient encounters? And we can use the breakdown mechanism to do that. So we can break it down by let's say, the means of arrival or the day of the week, and see if there's anything that stands out. That's a relatively even distribution there, day of the week. But actually, when we look at the different lab tests that are done, which is actually lab data is contained in this comments field, we can see here that there is a lab test that looks like it's a large slice of the pie. So maybe we need to understand and go ask questions of the lab exactly why it's either taking us so long or is it so costly when we're running this specific lab, right? But really any of those different attributes that we load that are going to allow us to drill in and try to take steps to mitigate these expensive patients from happening if at all possible.